Today we're going to look at getting started with RadHtmlPlaceholder. RadHtmlPlaceholder is part of Telerik's RAD controls for Silverlight WPF control suite for .NET XAML development. The RadHtmlPlaceholder control for Silverlight and WPF allows you to host HTML content in your application. This content can be either a custom HTML page or a web page located on another server. Let's go ahead and jump inside of Visual Studio 2010 and see what it takes to get started using this control. So here we are, we're inside of Visual Studio 2010, and I'm simply going to go File, New Project. I'm going to select Visual C#, Silverlight, and then Rad Controls Silverlight Application. After I select Rad Controls Silverlight Application, I'm going to come down here and I'm going to give this a name of RadHtmlPlaceholder TTV for Telerik TV, and then press the OK button. I'm going to go ahead and host the Silverlight application in a new website. So I'll take the default here, and then underneath Silverlight versions we'll be using Silverlight 5. So I'll press OK, and the next screen that we see is the project configuration wizard. So this is going to allow us to add components automatically to our Silverlight project just by placing a check in which control we want to use. So I note that this control is actually contained inside of the Telerik.windows.controls. So now I'll go ahead and I'll hit the finish button here. We'll give this just a second to spin up, and then we'll take a look over in our references. So over inside of references, you'll see that it has Telerik.windows.controls. This is the only component that's actually going to be necessary to use the RadHtmlPlaceholder control. So we'll scroll back up and we'll just go ahead and minimize this. So the first thing that we're going to need to do today is to make sure that the Silverlight plugin that hosts the control is set to windowless mode is set to enabled. So let's just go ahead and we'll scroll down to our HTML page, and once we scroll down and we will look, we're here inside of our div for our Silverlight control host, and we will come right here, and I'm actually just going to paste in this param. So we have a param name of windowless that's set to true. Now if you're using ASPX, you can do that as well here by double clicking on the ASPX page and pasting it down here as well. So whichever version you choose to use for your application, you'll know exactly where to add that. So once that's in place, we're going to simply go back up to our main page.xaml. We'll notice that the Telerik XML namespace has already been added for us. So all that we're going to need to do is to come back here underneath our grid, and we'll just go ahead and add in Telerik and then RadHtmlPlaceholder. I'm just going to give this a name of RadHtmlPlaceholder. And then finally, the property that we're going to want to take a look at is going to be the source URL. So I'm going to start with giving you an external website to launch. So we'll just type in HTTP and we'll just go bing.com, and then we'll close out of that tag. So you see, we really only have added one line of XAML to our application so far. So now that we've added that, we can go ahead and we can run this application. And we can see that we now have our Bing homepage that's been brought up here for us inside of our Silverlight application. So we'll just go ahead and we'll close this. So not only can it display external content, but it can also display content that lives inside of your application as well. So let's just go to our RadHtmlPlaceholder TTV.web, and let's just add in an HTML page here. So I'm going to go add new item, and we'll select HTML page, and I'll just give this a name of content, and then we'll hit add. And now I'll just paste some HTML. So you'll notice a couple of things that we have here. First off, we have a bold, we have it in italics, we have a couple of line breaks as well as a link. So now that that's in place, I'm going to simply save that, and we'll go back to our main page .xaml, and I'm going to simply change the source URL here. Just remove what we already have in there, and we'll simply type in content here. So now if we go ahead and we run our application, then we'll see our custom content being displayed inside our Silverlight application. And of course your user, if they wanted to click on a hyperlink, that would work as well. So I hope this video helped you get up to speed with what the RadHtml placeholder has to offer. Please check out other parts of the series and tune in to tv.telerik.com for more videos, and check out blogs.telerik.com for the latest news and announcements.